Guys, welcome back to another one here on the channel. I am still carless, however I am intending to pick up my new car basically as soon as possible. If you don't know, I did have a Fiesta ST line. I gave it back because it was basically a bit of a dog. Asked for a refund. It's all being processed. They're just taking forever. They said I'd get it Friday afternoon. It's currently Tuesday. They are taking the piss a bit. I am being a bit of a Karen, but that could be another video completely just saying my experience with this particular quite big dealership. We're not talking about that today. Today we're talking about what is next. So obviously I've sold the 182, I've sold the 197, and I sold the Fiesta, which you never saw. What is coming next? Because I can't keep going through cars. I've had 10 cars this year alone. I've had 15 cars total. It's all fun and games going through cars, but it's getting a bit stressful now. I want something I can just keep. I want something I can enjoy. So I've got the list down to like 2 or 3 cars. One of these cars that I'm about to list, I have put a deposit on. I'm not going to say which car it is. I'll let you guess in the comments. Hopefully you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe. And let's crack on with what's coming next for the cars. Car number 1 is the Polo GTI 6C. Now, I did have a deposit on this at the start of this year. If you watch the channel, you may know. I love these cars. So the facelift of this generation, it's got a turbo. It's a 1.6. Just good cars, around 200 horsepower. They come in manual, they come in DSG. The DSGs, although they sound cool when you shift, they are a bit like chocolate, whereas the manuals are more reliable. They're more of like a safe bet. Either way, it's a Volkswagen, so you get like the cool tartan seats because it is a GTI. You get that kind of pedigree kind of thing. I love these things. I do regret not going ahead with the one that I was meant to pick up at the start of the year. Not saying this is the car I'm picking up, not saying it's not the car I'm picking up. Like I said, take a guess in the comments. Value wise, these are around 10 to 12 grand on the private market, or about 12 to 15 on the retail market, so they're quite good value. Obviously spec wise, you're not getting a ton of stuff. You are mainly paying for the Volkswagen badge. It's definitely on the list. Like I said, I regret not getting it the first time around. Option number 2 is a Mark 8 Fiesta ST. Now for me this is a weird one because I've already had 2 Fiestas, both Mark 8s, both ST lines, so they have only been the 1 litres. The ST is a 1.5, around 200 horsepower, so it's basically a direct competitor to the Polo. If we're talking about the ST3, you get quite a good spec from standard, so you get parking sensors, reversing camera, heated seats, a bunch of other stuff, and you can get the spec on top of it. So what the Fiestas come with, or can come with, it's called the Performance Pack. It basically gives you launch control, shift lights, red calipers, and the most important thing, a limited slip diff. Value wise, these are around 13 to 17 grand on the used market, which like a 30,000 mile example, I'd say is pretty good value. The only problem with these, for me personally, I've already had 2. I know they're not the same car like power wise, but I have already had 2, so would I get bored of it? I'm not sure. But if we're talking purely from a value point of view, if you have the Polo and the Fiesta side by side, I would probably lean more towards the Fiesta, even though you pretty much see them everywhere. Car number 3 is a Renault Megane R26. If you follow the channel, you know I've wanted one of these for ages. It's just that the 197 has left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. It basically broke down on me, and it upset me. I know that sounds dark because it's just a Clio, but I really did enjoy that car. The way it drove was amazing, and I think the R26, the engine in it, the 2-litre turbo, is just incredible. It's a bit of a curveball from the other two. Obviously, the other two are like newer cars, more expensive cars. The R26 is more of an older car, which I would probably have to maintain myself. The whole French car thing for me, I used to love them. I used to obsess. I mean, look, I've got a bloody Clio on my wall. How sad is that? I used to obsess over them. The 197 has left a very sour taste in my mouth, so it would take a lot for me to buy an R26, but I'm not going to pretend like if the right one came up or has come up, I wouldn't take it. If you've got any other cars that I'm forgetting, like in that kind of realm, I know the R26 isn't anything similar to the other two, but just like a nice, fun, hot hatch, do let me know. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll get the new car soon. As I said, I am waiting on the refund. I'm ready to go. I just haven't got the funds because the other place are messing me about. Hopefully, how many times can I say that? I'll see you again. Cheers.